What's up, guys? This is Lordsevein, and welcome to another one of my product reviews. Today I want to take a look at my Logitech G35 headset. Now this thing is my baby. I have used this almost daily for about 2 years. And to spoil this whole review, I can't recommend this thing enough. It is amazing. It does everything it needs to, and it's really a solid product and well worth the money. I got it about 2 years ago from Best Buy on sale. I think I got it for about $100, which is about $25 cheaper than it normally goes. You can pick it up online for anywhere between $110 to $135, depending on kind of where you're shopping. I think Amazon right now has it for $125. Sometimes they have it for sale. But I'm really super impressed with this. So today we're going to take a look at 3 different things with this. We're going to take a look at the build quality and features. We're going to take a look at the mic audio quality, and then we're going to take a look at the actual sound quality from the ears. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff, so hopefully you guys can make a really good decision on whether or not you want to pick this up. Alright, so first up is the build quality. When I picked this up, it came in this nice big box. Don't ask me why I still have this box. I have this box. It's kind of a weird thing. I keep boxes. But it's, your standard box. It's a nice box, but it's just your standard box. It's got some of the features in the back. And the big thing that this thing is supposed to support is that 7.1 surround sound audio. And I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit later in the audio section of the review. But we're just going to get right into the build quality itself. So when you take it out of the package, you're going to notice right away it's really flexible. Now, it's not flimsy feeling, it's just flexible. You can really easily accordion it out. The cups itself move up and down like this, and then also left and right, so you can really adjust it. Of course the band adjusts, it's pretty standard, I would think. It's kind of funny, they actually have little numbers. I don't know if you can see those, but they actually have little bitty numbers there, so I guess you could say your head is a 4 and then adjust it to 4. I've never actually done that. I've just been, hey, these headsets are too small or too big, and then moved them. So not that big of a deal. The actual outside of the headset is kind of this nice rubber coating here. So when I'm picking it up, it's really easy to pick up. It's easy to grip. I'm not going to drop it or anything, and that extends all the way across. So the cups all the way up. The top of this is rubber, and you can see kind of the model number there too. And then back around, the mic boom is rubber. And one thing about this coating is that it hasn't rubbed off. Most of the time when you see this coating on something, it rubs off. And you just start to see it. Again, use this every day for 2 years. The mic boom's a little dirty. I could probably clean that up a little bit. Too much spit on it. But other than that, everything seems to be pretty clean. So the ear cups do go over the ears. That means they're going to cover your ears. Your ears are going to be inside of the cup here. And so that tends to make things a little hot after like 6 hours. For a couple of hours, these things are completely comfortable to wear. They fit over my ears. I have big ears because I have a big head too, and I even wear glasses. And they're totally comfortable with glasses. There's, no question that I can wear them. I can't even go to 3D movies half the time because the glasses don't fit over my own glasses. So if you wear glasses, this isn't going to be an issue. I promise you. The pad is pretty nice. You can kind of see, it's kind of started to wear the top coating. It's really not bad. Just having used these so much and, being on my head for so long and sometimes sweating and stuff like that, it's just going to wear off. But they're still, they still work. Nothing's coming out of it. It's not like it's disintegrating. It's just that top kind of faux leather there has come off. I could probably repad these pretty easily. So, in terms of buttons and things like that, the ones they're talking about here, these are the G function keys here up at the top. And so these are you can program to open up programs or to have a button press. For example, I like to have open up iTunes or Media Monkey in this case. Right here, I can have this for, pause the song, this one for go forward, or forward and back and stop, or, any sort of thing like that. That's really cool. Because sometimes the keyboards, especially the gaming keyboards, don't have really good audio rockers on them. The volume rocker or the pause or whatever is like hidden behind a function key. Well, in this case, you can just reach up to your left ear and just quickly slam that to hit a new track. And that's pretty cool. You can change all that in the software that comes included with this, or in the drivers themselves. And so, you can just change that to whatever you want. Pretty convenient. Down here we've got the mute button. This is just a quick slam that, it's muted. And you can actually tell. Well, I thought you could. Well, never mind. It'll show up, of course, on the actual computer itself. You'll see that there. But the mic boom has a little light whenever it's muted, so you can kind of tell when your mic is hot and when it's not. So right here is your volume rocker, and this is probably my favorite part of these headphones. Until recently, I got a Logitech keyboard that does have kind of a rolly a volume slider, but every other keyboard I've had has a button to raise your volume and lower your volume. Well, that's fine and all, but I really like to really quickly adjust my volume. You know, you open up a web page and the ad is freaking really loud. You just want to slam that down. Well, you can do that here. I mean, you just roll it down, kills the audio, roll it up, makes it louder. It's really quick to adjust on the fly. You just reach up and do that. Now down right here is your switch to turn on the surround sound. And this is really cool because you can do it on the fly. You can just go, boop, I'm in surround sound. You turn it off, now you're back in your headphone mode. The mic arm is really cool. It moves up and down. When it's in the up position, it's muted. So if you throw your mic up, it's muted. I actually don't even use the mute button anymore. I just throw my mic up when I don't want to transmit anything. I don't want to have a hot mic. But when you pull it down, it's completely flexible. So look at that. I can bend it anywhere I want it. I can put it wherever I want. You know, I can have it way down low. I can be swallowing it, whatever I need to be doing in order to sound the best or have the best audio quality. So that's really, really cool. The cord itself is huge. I mean, it's like a 12-foot long cord or something like that. It's absolutely nuts. But it is braided all the way through, and I've rolled over this, I've stepped on it, I've crushed it, I've jammed it in a drawer, nothing. This thing's still going in terms of the cord. It hasn't frayed, it hasn't messed up, anything like that. Now, up here at the top, they do mention the pads. You can change these kind of in and out. So I haven't really seen much of a use for it. They are Velcroed, so I can just pull off the Velcro, or pull it off the Velcro, put it back on, whatever I need to do. I don't really see a need. I mean, I just use the biggest one because I figured I have a big head, I'll use the big pad. Doesn't really seem to make a huge difference, but if you're really picky, you could do that itself. And that's pretty much it for the build quality. Like I said, I've had oh, here, there's the light right there. You can see that. So now the mic is muted, comes down, light is off, mic is live. Muted, live, muted, live. Pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for the build quality. Like I said, I've used this daily. I've not had one issue with it. Nothing has gone wrong with it. It still works just as good as the day I bought it. It's worth every penny and then some, in my opinion. Alright, so next we're going to take a look at the mic quality. Now, I was going to put a little test in here, and I may still do that, but the best way to hear the mic quality of this headset is to look at some of my earlier videos. This is the headset I used to record most of my videos for the first year I was on YouTube. So go look at just about any of those videos, you'll hear my mic quality. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's pretty damn good. This mic, I don't know what they did with it, but most of the time headset mics suck. They're just not very good. In this case, it is really, really good. Now, it doesn't have it's not going to pick up as much of the bass and the deep qualities in your voice as, say, a $100 studio mic will, but it's going to serve its purpose just fine. It's very clear audio. There's no peaking, weird peaking or audio drops. That's really nice. It does tend to have a little bit of a higher treble overall, but that's okay. That's to be expected when it's attached to your headset. Of course, you can move it around. So if you find out that this position's you get a little bit too much of the hard P's and that kind of stuff in terms of when you're talking, you can move it away from your mouth, stop swallowing it a little bit, and you'll have a little clearer audio. You can move it up and down to wherever you need to place it. In terms of the sound canceling, it's pretty excellent. This is a directional mic, so if it'll only pick up sounds that are coming from your mouth. So from here, this area, it'll pick it up. But if I were snapping back here, it's not going to pick that up. or it's going to reduce that sound. It'll pick up it a little bit. So if you have a mechanical keyboard, this headset's amazing, you know, because people complain about the clack, 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 clack of mechanical keyboards. You slap this on, you make sure that it's pointed towards you and not the keyboard, all of a sudden that noise is seriously reduced. I mean, I almost never had to run any sort of post-processing effects in order to remove noise whenever I was recording with this headset. So I can highly recommend this mic. It's really, really, really good quality, really clear. Again, just take a look at some of my earlier videos. Alright, next we're going to talk about the audio quality of the actual headphones and that 7.1 surround sound that it pimps out pretty easily on the box, and it's pretty easy to pick up. Now, I'm going to have to say that this is one of the best headsets I've ever listened to. And I've listened to pretty expensive headsets. I'm a music guy, I was a music major in college, I know good headsets. And so, for me to say that this is pretty good overall is saying something. It's not the best in the world, but it does give a nice round sound, and that's what I like. I don't like the fake super bass, you know, ridiculously high bass headphones, because it distorts the kinds of music that I like to listen to. Of course, those are completely appropriate for certain types of music, like dubstep or something like that, but it's not going to be as appropriate for something like classical or jazz or, you know, something else along those lines, something a little bit more traditional in terms of the audioscape. So it does have a good bass, though. It has a punchy bass, but it's not a ridiculously, you know, kill your hearing kind of bass. It does have a good variety in terms of the highs and the mids. It sounds really, really clear. I tested this against the Razer Kakarius. I tested against the, there was another Logitech, a little lower quality overall, and then some random Microsoft headset, and this was head and shoulders above everything Razer's put out. I think I tested against the Megalodon, all that kind of stuff. It just sounds better. I mean, whether I'm watching a movie, whether I'm playing a game, whether I'm listening to music, it sounds better overall. So it's got, you know, nice feel to it. Whenever you're playing, it's punchy but not too much. It's really good. Now the surround sound, that's hit or miss. I'm going to say this right now. Obviously, this headset does not have 7.1 speakers. You know, it's a software trick. What they do is they set it up to where the software simulates having a speaker here, 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 you know, around, and then plays the sounds on the appropriate simulated speaker. So it's pretty cool how it works, and it works pretty well, but I don't know exactly how useful it is. In the 2 years that I've used this headset, I've only used that feature a handful of times. It does make it sound a little bit echoey if you're listening to music or something like that. It doesn't, say, put you in the middle of the music. It's partly because of how the music is produced and all that. It wasn't produced for 7.1 surround sound and that sort of thing. But in terms of listening to music or movie, it's not the greatest. It's better just to slap it onto your you know, just your headset mode and get the best quality possible. But in certain games, it's really, really good, especially immersive games. If you're a fan of things like Skyrim, or if you're a fan of things like some of the horror games like Doom or Dead Space, or anything like that, even Minecraft, I've had some pretty cool experiences with that. Slap it on surround sound and see what you hear. You'll end up hearing a lot of things behind you, and it's pretty accurate at saying at displaying a sound behind you. So if I have my headset on right now and there's a sound coming from here, it actually sounds like it's coming from here, not from here, from the left or the right or anything like that. It's coming from behind me, and I can flip around and see that. And so in immersive games, and to get an immersive experience, that can be really, really cool and really helpful. But in a, you know, let's say FPS like Call of Duty or PlanetSide or Team Fortress 2, it's not going to be as helpful. I mean, yeah, I guess in a rare circumstance, you might say in PlanetSide 2, be able to hear an infiltrator decloaking or cloaking behind you, and you can whip around real quick and take care of them. But it's kind of, games haven't evolved to the point where they can send out 7.1 surround sound signals and be able to really take advantage of that. Some of them do it really well, but not enough of them for you to go rush out and buy this just for that feature. It's kind of a nice one to have every once in a while, and like I said, when I'm playing Skyrim or Minecraft or any sort of immersive game like DayZ, it's insane. This headset with DayZ is one of the most immersive experiences I've ever had in gaming, ever. If you throw it on that surround sound, it's amazing. But for almost everything else, I just flip it over to the normal headphone mode. And, it works great. It sounds great. Alright, guys. Well, you've heard me talk about the build quality, the audio quality of the headset itself, and the audio quality of the mic. Again, I'm going to have to tell you guys that I can't recommend this enough. Whenever I see someone using a Karius or a Megalodon or anything like that, I kind of shudder a little bit because I actually use these in comparison to this. And this just blows them away. It was $100. It was a little expensive. But like I said, I did the first year and a half, I think, of my YouTube career using this headset. And I still use it every day. So I really can't recommend this enough. It's really, really good quality. You can pick them up for about $100, maybe a little less even from Newegg. I think I once saw them for $70, which is an absolute steal. So I highly recommend it. 2 thumbs up. Way, 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 way up for this product. Take a look at it. And hopefully you enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comments. Give me some feedback. Let me know if you have this and if you've had good experiences with it, or if you want to try it. If you have questions about it, let me know and I'll try and answer them the best I can. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace.